All right, guys, tonight we are continuing our work with regrouping. So we have some practice problems. We're going to do a few together, and then I'm going to have you try one on your own. Really important, guys. When we do these kinds of problems, we have got to keep them organized. I see a lot of people switching around the numbers. We cannot do that. It will give us a totally different answer or give us negative numbers, which we're not working with yet. Okay, we're not in 6th grade yet. Okay, so I've got the steps up here to remind us. We first have to make like units. So I see I have halves and I have fourths. So notice I'm keeping them in order. I'm writing this fraction, 6.5, and I'm saying I can change halves to fourths. What would I multiply by? Okay, so I have now 6 and 2/4. I'm going to keep it in order, so I'm just going to keep this fraction here, and my next fraction that I'm subtracting is 1 3/4. Okay, notice I'm keeping them in order. Okay, I'm noticing I have 2/4 minus 3/4. I cannot do that, so I'm using my number bond. If you don't remember how to do this, look up here, right? We're using that same denominator, which is fourths. I'm taking my 6, I'm breaking it into, these are 6 whole pizzas. Now I'm going to leave 5 of them whole, and I'm going to cut 1 into fourths. Don't forget this other fraction up here. Don't make him cry. You're going to leave him. Don't leave him. He is still part of the problem. So we're going to add this to it, 2/4. Okay, again, I'm doing my work down below this. So now I have, what will I have all together? I'll have 5 6/4. And then what am I subtracting? Minus 1 3/4. Really important, keeping that same order as we go along. Okay, so I can do 6 minus 3 is 3/4. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So 4 3/4. All right, looking at our next one. Okay, same idea. I have tenths and I have fifths. Notice I'm keeping them in order. 9 2/10 is my first fraction. Minus 6 2/5. So I need to find a common denominator. I need like units. So what am I going to multiply to get tenths? So if you're saying 2, you are correct. So I'm writing it again. Notice we're going to write it several times. 9 2/10 minus, and then I'm doing my math for this. I've got 6, and then I have 4/10. So I'm looking, can I subtract? I cannot. I need to regroup, so I'm going to use my number bond. So I'm basically taking these 9 whole pizzas, I'm leaving 8 of them as whole pizzas, and I'm looking at this denominator for my fraction, 10/10. I can't just start subtracting. I have to remember this guy. Don't make him cry. You're going to make him so sad if you forget about him. So plus 2/10. Okay? So now what is this whole thing going to become? It's going to become 8 12/10. What are we subtracting? We're subtracting 6 4/10. So what will that be? All together, we will have 8 minus 6 is 2. 12 minus 4 is 8/10. Okay? I can simplify. I could divide by 2. Oops. And that would be 2 4/5. Okay, if you don't understand simplifying, that's okay for right now. Okay, let's jump down here. These are our last 2 we're going to do together, and then the last one you're going to do on your own. So I have 3 3/8. I need to change that, 8ths to 16ths. So what am I going to multiply? Again, keeping them in the same order. And then I'm going to write my other fraction. I'm going to do the work and put it below. 1 8/16. Okay, doing my math. 3 6/18. Not 18ths, 3 6/16. So let's pretend that's a 16. Okay, so now I'm minusing 1 8/16. And I'm asking myself, can I do that? 6 minus 8, I can't. So I'm going to need to use my number bond. So this is going to become 2 And this is going to become 16/16. And then what can't I forget? I cannot forget this guy up here. So plus my 6/16. So I'm going to write it over here just because I'm running out of space. So I have 2 and 22/16 minus 1 and 8/16. Okay, so 22 minus 8, and maybe you're like me and my brain's not working today, so maybe you need to come up here and do some side math and do some regrouping. All right, 8 plus 4 is 12, 14. Okay, so we have 1 and 14/16. Okay, and if you want to simplify that, you can. I'm not going to for this time. Okay, let's look at our next one, which is our last one. I have ninths and I have 18ths. So what am I going to multiply times my ninths to change it to 18ths? So 10 and 4/9 times 2. And I have minus 4 and 12/18. Okay, I'm going to solve it down below, keeping them in order. That's important. 10 and 8/18 minus 4 and 12/18. I cannot do that, so I am going to use my number bond. So 9, and then our denominator tells us what to use over here, 18/18. And we cannot forget about this guy. He's part of the equation. I keep telling them, don't make him cry. Okay, we've got 8/18. So now let's go down below. We have 9, and what do we have all together? 8 plus 8 is 16, carry the 1, 26/18 minus 4 and 12/18. So over here, 26 minus 12, 4. So I have 14/18. And on the top, I have 9 minus 4 is 5. So 5 and 14/18. Again, if you know how to simplify, go ahead and simplify. Sorry that you couldn't see that. I'm going to okay. The last problem is for for you to solve on your own. You can do it.